to be thrilled with life, enraptured in the beauty every moment. It's a rare gift. It's an exquisite privilege that we always have access to. We do. But sometimes we forget. And you know what? Sometimes that forgetfulness lasts for a little longer than we might anticipate or like. Like for me, for instance, man, look at this. How amazing this is. Literally in the clouds, in this forest, barefoot, just feeling all the sensations. It's a wet ground. It's just amazing right after the rain. And I'm starting to come to my senses, you guys. Like I spent a year not paying attention, a little more than a year actually, not paying attention to all the grandeur, the splendor, the glory, the gifts that there are present. I mean, it's every now and then I touch in on them, but compared to the way I used to like see life and acknowledge all the beauty every day, man, I've been absent. I've been like absent from my own life. That's crazy. That's tough to even put my head around. Like I'm mind boggled right now that I would do this to myself. Like it was my own choice to do this. Maybe sometimes some other people experience this stuff too. Maybe you even have found yourself in a place where you get distracted by some of the difficulties when you like forget about the beauties. Man, I don't think that's a very good way to do it. You guys, honestly, I'm starting to rethink my strategy or at least get reacquainted with my old strategy, which was to live inside of the splendor of this moment. Man, I'll tell you what, it seemed as though the things that were taking place in my life over this past year were big enough that it required my wholesale attention to be placed upon those things, and they weren't positive things, they were negative things. And so it turned out to be a pretty negative experience of life that I've been living, honestly. And I think that I was I was off the mark, you know. I was basically my own worst enemy throughout this. For the first time in my adult life, I actually had an enemy, you know, like a real human enemy. A few of them actually. And I was like really bewildered by this. Like, how could this happen to me? This guy right here, like love and happiness, inspiration, uplift and empower the world kind of guy. Like, there's no way. It threw me for a loop and I got spun out of control, like trying to right the wrongs and rectify the injustice, and as if that I'm the harbinger of such things, like I can actually bring about justice. Silly I've been. But I want to encourage you guys that if you find yourself in a spot like that, man, halt, cease, stop, pause now, go the other way, my friends. Yeah, there's a lot of challenging stuff that happens in our life, but do we have to, as in as in really have to spend our time and pay our attention to it? Do you really think? Man, I thought for sure that that's what I had to do. It was like the prerequisite to get to the next level. And now I'm starting to learn that I actually have been holding myself back from the next level because of this ideology. So, I don't know, give it up, like let go, I think is what I'm starting to discern for myself. Anything that's kind of distracting me or pulling me away from the goodness of life, the beauty, the splendor, the stuff that I can focus on that's really magnificent, that's the stuff that's got to hold at least the vast majority of my attention. Sometimes our mind, our thoughts, they drift to things that are like inescapable, let's just call them, like difficulties in our life that we have to attend to. And of course, we got to do that stuff. But let's just like skip right back over, like give it about 10 seconds, maybe 30 seconds tops. And then let's get our attention back where it belongs. Unlike something like this, my friends. Look at this. Here's my doggy. Hey, puppy. Hey, Canelo. Good doggy, Canelo. Good doggy. She loves to run with me in these woods. And I love to run. I feel like I'm in the Legend of Sleepy Hollow right now. Look at this. Those are clouds. That's not fog. Those are actual clouds that I'm inside of. And these bromelia that you see, these little tiny ones, that's like what you'd see at the store, you know, little air plant. But there's enormous ones, and they just grow wild out here and sometimes fall on the path. Life is a splendid thing, you know, like even when I don't know, like if a tree fell in my path, which I just experienced today. Yesterday wasn't there, today it's there. And what a cool thing that is. Because it gives me the opportunity to like get myself over it or hunch underneath it or do something different, something new, right? And exercise new muscles. I think that's a glorious gift. And we can look upon things, like all the things, like the tough stuff and the good stuff, all combined, as just a part of life, you know? It's our choice. You get the choice just like I do. I made the wrong choice, I'm going to be honest with you, for like a year. Yeah, like that's way too many days in a row to make the wrong choice, you guys. But today's the day that I'm making a different choice, and I'm inviting you to do the same. What a beautiful thing that is, too. Splendid, I'd say. Splendid. Magnificent. All right, join me as we go on these little treks through these woods. We just started rainy season. This is my thing. This is what I love to do, especially with these clouds. Look at that, man. It's unreal, unbelievable. Let's go on an adventure together.